Cijeli život radimo za evre, daj mi na ler, vratit ću ti tebe. Ne pitaj čale što sam postao Auslender, školovo za doktora, a radim kao kelner. Školovo za doktora, a radim kao kelner.
Dieses Lied ist für unsere Leute in der Diaspora.
Morao sam gore, nisam mogao da biram. Našao sam posao, ali nema mira. Vodim je za vikend, Aca Luka svira. Ne znam da me voli, ili je samo zbog papira. Samo da snađem se, zvaću braću rođake. Zovu me dole sve, prazne kuće ostale. Granice prelaze, vozimo Mercedese. Samo keš, samo pare proklete. A cijeli život radimo za evre, daj mi na ler, vratit ću ti te bre. Ne pitaj čale što sam postao Auslender, školovo za doktora, a radim kao kelner.
This video shows me and my brudi Andrej after our shift at a restaurant we work at. We're both 21 and come from Bosnia. So what happened this day is that the shift was really long and tiring, and I was feeling really anxious, and we had to clean for 1 hour. So he decided to cheer me up somehow, and he knew the best way of doing it as he played a song that you can hear in the video, which talks about Balkan experience. So then I decided to film a part of our Feierabend mood for my family, to send them hugs and kisses from diaspora, to show them the hustle behind the Balkan dream of moving to Germany, because at the end of the day, the Euros here are not made that easily as we think they are back home. But I also wanted to show them that I'm not alone, that I have my compatriot and my brother next to me, which is something that always comforts parents when their kids are all alone in Ausland. The song therefore triggers many feelings, not only in me, but in all the people within the Balkan context. As many comments on their YouTube video go as following. This song is an anthem for all guest workers. Balkan in the last 10 years described in 3 minutes. Or comments like, Ich liebe euch, braćo, which show this outcome of migration where people speak half German, half Serbian or Bosnian or Croatian or whatever you want to call it, but also point out to the word braćo, which means brothers, to the unity of the whole of the Balkans and all of our experience, because they're also followed by flags of all the Balkan countries. Within me, this song awakens feelings of anger, nostalgia, pain, but also love, which are all tied to experience of having to leave behind everything you love in order to be able to simply live a life and not suffer as much as everyone else you've watched growing up had to. And when you get a ticket for this European life, you realize that problems don't go away, but they just take different forms. Now I can afford to eat strawberries in the middle of winter, for example, or to have more than one pair of shoes. But what is the point of it all if I have no one to share it with? Or if I realize that my sister has become a grown-up woman that I basically don't recognize because of the lack of time I have spent around her. Time passes. I go home more and more rarely, as I only have 14 days of vacation annually. I change, I become more Western, more hipster-looking white Berliner, more liberal and more carried away by my privilege. When I go home, I experience the impact of this change, and I very much appreciate the reality check I get. I get reminded of different narratives, different lifestyles, and different values that ground me back. And although we are constantly forced to pick a side in today's world, to be either or, to choose only one passport, which is a case with Germany, because if you want to become a German national, you have to give up on your, let's say, Bosnian passport. But I'm trying to fight all these opposites, to balance them out, because I realize that picking just one identity limits me to just one perspective. I still experience all sorts of emotions and from time to time internal conflicts, but I know that no man can have it all. This is my burden, but at least Andre and millions of others can share it with me. He's my home, my diaspora, my Ausländer, and my hope that the return to back home will one day be possible.